Yeah, my name's Ian Bowell. I'm the Penn Sea League administrator for the Angling Trust, and we're here today at Kellingheath Muckleburgh Collection for the 2023 Penn final. We've got 48 of the best match anglers in the country. We've got anglers from all parts of the UK, including Ireland, Wales and England. And we're on quite a windy, stormy day. It's going to be difficult conditions, quite challenging for the anglers. But we're hopeful we're going to have a good day, and at the end of it we'll have the new Penn final winner.
So Rob, as I was just about to say, are we here under the curse of the Penn final?
We have got the curse of the Penn final. It has been lovely weather for the last month here. It is now blowing a horrible northerly. We've got a big swell, but we are the best 50 anglers in the UK. We're going to have to deal with it and put our big boy pants on.
Yes, that's exactly the text I got from Ian. Put your big boy pants on. It's going to be a 200-gram lead day today, isn't it?
It is.
So before this, obviously, the big hype was that hopefully the hounds were going to have moved in probably a couple of weeks earlier than what was expected. There was going to be more hounds and dogs. What's it really going to be today?
The hounds are not going to be there. It's too rough. I would imagine there'd be a few dogs there. I personally think there's going to be a big bass court.
Really?
It's rough enough. It's a fantastic venue for bass. The low numbers will probably produce the biggest bass. It always does. I wouldn't be shocked if there's a double figure one. They will possibly be in the first hour. It's going to be a test of nerves today, because you're going to have the best hour is going to be the last hour. So you're going to have to keep yourself composed and wait for maybe the fish to turn up. It may fish well.
So the thing is though, Rob, you're a local angler up here, well, within this area. You fish this quite a bit. I mean, from the information I've always had is that you want to be to the right-hand side, closest to the wreck. That's always been the area to fish. And you're saying lowest numbers, which is peg 1, which ain't the 40 or 45 to 50, which is, I was hearing, would have been the best pegs to be on today.
I either want high or low.
Really?
I think high is going to have the most numbers of fish, but low, peg 1 here always produces the best bass.
Fantastic.
So if you're going
Are you drawn?
No, I want high or low.
There you go.
I'll be happy with. Peg 1 will be the shallowest, but don't write it off. Don't write any bit off here.
Are we talking this match is really going to be split into like 3 sections? You're going to have the first hour, hour and a half. It's going to be key, and then there's going to be a bit in the middle where it couldn't be a few fish, and then the last hour where you've got to make it count.
I think, if the fish are there, they'll be here all day. It could be. Worst case scenario, it could be first 3 hours are going to be unfishable.
Really?
And then we're going to fish the last two will be fishable. I think that it will be a struggle for most of the match.
Yeah.
But there will be the odd bass at the start. There will be a few dabs, the odd whiting. Then near the end, we might see the dogs turn up. But it's fishing, you never know.
So how many fish do you reckon, and what poundage you're going to need to win?
I think someone's going to need a dozen fish for about 500 points, which will be about £10 in weight.
£10.
I reckon.
There, you've heard it. You've heard it from Rob.
But I will say, we might all blank.
well, just because it's the curse.
It's because the curse.
And then that negates anything that you talked about, and we were fine.
We might turn up and there might be so much weed there that it's just pushed off the beach. But
well, I hope that whoever else he drags in to say a few words can say as good as we have.
At the end of the day, we're fishing with our mates. That's what it's about. We're here, some of the best 50 anglers in the country. We all know each other. We're all good friends. We're all going to have a good laugh. Someone will win. Someone might catch one fish and win, and they're going to have a fabulous day.
Yeah, that's happened once before, if I remember correctly.
It has. Hopefully it's me. You can come second if you like.
Happy with your draw?
I'm happy-ish, yeah. I wanted to be the high end, because it's a bit deeper water, because of them waves. The first 25 pegs, a bit shallow. You could struggle for a little bit there till it fills up. But in the high numbers, it's got a bit depth of water there. So I've got peg 30, so not too bad.
And what's the general tactics for today?
I'm looking at fishing with a pennel for the first hour, because it's going to be shallow. Put it a bit further out, single bait, hopefully get a bass or something. Then I'm going to look, either go to 2-hook loop rig or 3 hooks, depends on what the weather's like. the chance of dogs and bass and that lot, then better chance there'll be depth of water. So we've fished worse than this. We fished the Masters the other year. Second day was a bit rough, but we caught fish at high tide. You could lose a bit of gear today because the shingle will bury your gear now and again. Just depends on what you've got in front of you.
And you're looking forward to it?
Oh, I always do. Every match. You know me.
Excellent, mate. Thanks. All the best now.
Not a problem. Much appreciated that.
We've got Di Loader here, come all the way from Wales. Di, you've been here for a few days. How's it been fishing?
Fishing okay, pretty quiet, but very, very rough.
And what's the conditions out there now, Di?
It was a few fish around yesterday. It blew up overnight, very rough, to the point of unfishable. But she calmed down this morning, so we expect to have a few more fish. So it could be quite a good match.
What sort of fish are you expecting?
Dogfish, whiting, maybe a dab, and hopefully I'll enjoy today.
Yeah.
If we win, we win. If we don't, we don't.
Fantastic.
It's just to enjoy the day.
Okay, buddy. Thanks very much. Cheers
No
now.
problem.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
So we're joined by England's national Saul Page. Saul, are you happy with your draw?
I've got peg A15. I think probably more to the right. Higher end pegs would probably be a bit better, deeper water.
Yeah.
But it's a draw, we'll make the most of it.
So what are your general tactics for the day, do you think?
It's probably going to be clip it down and smack it as hard as you can and hope you can hold out long enough to get a few fish. Yeah, it's good conditions. It's a little bit blowy, but other than that, it should be fine.
Excellent, mate. All the best to you.
Thank you very much.
Good morning everybody and welcome to the Angling Trust Penn Sea League Final 2024. We're here at the Muckleburgh Military Collection over in Norfolk. The anglers have done the draw in the cafe, they're out on the beach and we're expecting some explosive action today.
Hello. We're at the Penn final. I finally caught a fish. It's not fishing how I thought it was. Looks like we're fishing for whiting. So, I finally caught one on some fish. So it's going to be worm and fish. So I'm going to go for half a yellowtail, tip with a big bit of garfish. That's the plan. I was hoping it'd be dogs and hounds and bass, but it's going to be a good old whiting match.
And Rob, for the anglers watching this video at home and aren't quite to your level, explain what it is you're actually doing.
This is a simple 3-hook flapper. I've got a rig out there. This is baiting up another rig, ready to reel in, unclip. I've got a clip on the line, put the swivel on, clip this back on and whack it back out there. Yep. It's nice and simple.
So you're always prepared for the next one?
Yeah, if you notice, there's one already hanging up my tripod. Yeah, you don't want to waste any time not being in the water. So the quicker you can get a bait on and get it back out there, the better. Okay. So if you look at all these anglers, they'll all be busy sitting on their tackle box pre-baiting, and you can do it pleasure fishing. It's whilst you're sitting there waiting for a bite, bait another rig up, put something different on. So when you're reeling, cast back out again. When you're sitting there baiting the rig up, you're not fishing. So it's always best to be prepared.
And what sort of what bait are we using today, Rob?
I've got yellowtails. Oh, it's not top secret. Yellowtails. I've got a bit of garfish.
Yep.
Because garfish works well here. We've got bluey, sand eels, whites, yellowtails, maddies, ragworm, pretty much everything.
It's fair to say what different baits for different areas up and down the country, or?
Yeah. It depends. Different fish. If all the hounds turned up, you want to put peeler crab on.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's not quite the weather for it, as you may have noticed. So
it's a bit breezy today.
Well, I'm chuffed we're catching fish.
Yeah.
Because it was looking unfishable, which is an absolute nightmare for the organisers. But we're catching fish. It's going to be a whiting match and maybe some dogs near the end.
Yeah.
So we'll caught a fish at last. Ben,
well
the ninja Ben Bradstock next to me, he's already had 4 fish, so I'm behind.
Yeah.
So got to get my bottom into gear. So hopefully, as I caught a fish with the cameraman's here, the cameraman's lucky.
Brought you some good luck, Rob.
Hopefully that's the case.
Okay, right. Fantastic. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. Have a good day, everyone.
Okay, so we're just over an hour into the Penn Sea League final here at Weybourne in Norfolk. As you can see, it's a bit breezy, let's say, a little bit unseasonal. We've got a northerly coming in, but we've had quite a few fish in the first hour. A lot of whiting, a few dabs. Saul Page up on the far end towards Salthouse had a bass 55 centimetres. That's mega points for the start. He's obviously going to need some smaller fish to top that up, but everyone's looking for a bonus fish as we go through the match. The tide's changing now. It's gone a little bit calmer. It's still very windy, but yeah, a few fish hopefully coming out in the next hour or so. Everything could change.
How's it going? All right. Picking a few whitings up now. Struggle at the start. I think we got it wrong at the start. Expecting a different match, but now that we've found that there's a few whitings there, then I think everyone's sort of like working it out, you know. Yeah. And why do you think you got it wrong?
I was expecting dogs, you know. I was getting bigger fish, so I was bigger hooks, bigger baits. Struggled with the sea a bit at the start as well. Now that it's filled up, we're holding bottom better. I was struggling to hold bottom at the start, but yeah, settling down a bit now. I think there's going to be a few fish. Yeah. All right. Waiting. Yeah. 24. 24, mate. Yeah.
And you always sign off everybody's fish from the next peg.
Yeah. Yeah. Next peg in the next peg. 24 is 11 points.
And you've just got somebody to show us, Roger, haven't you?
Yeah.
The last fish caught.
Saul Page had a beautiful bass of 55 centimetres, and that 55 centimetre bass gives him 158 points. That was on his first cast. He'd been in the water for 4 minutes, so the fish are out there. He's also got whiting as well. Yeah. And for instance, if you catch a 20 centimetre whiting, a 30 centimetre whiting, that will give you 20 points on your card.
So the bass effectively is putting right up there.
You need a big fish to go with the smaller fish to accrue enough points to get up on the leaderboard.
Fantastic. Thanks for explaining that.
No problem at all.
Cheers now. George, do you have any advice for any novice sea anglers just starting out?
All I'd say for the average angler, just keep persevering. Yeah. Don't give up. I know it's enjoying it. You've got to enjoy it to keep it going.
Yeah.
But when it's hard, keep going. It always comes round. That fish of a lifetime can just turn up at any time. It has done for me a lot in a lot of time in matches as well. In the last cast, you know, we've had nothing all day long. 4.5 hours, nothing. 5 minutes from the end, your rod goes. 24-pound stingray, Bay. I remember that one very well. Took me 15 minutes to get it in as well. But no, it's you've got to enjoy it first.
Yeah.
We all want to win, but you all like to go home with a smile on your face.
Yeah. George, what are your main baits today?
Everyone knows me with white rag.
Yeah.
And they've done me no favours at all today.
Why is that then?
Just ain't catching me fish. Jed next door to me.
Yeah.
Straight worm. Lad just down there, he's getting on with crab and worm.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying. I've tried sandy. I'm trying a bit of mackerel in a minute.
Yeah.
Because there's some good whiting being caught. So. I think there'll be a few more bass showing as well. There's odd ones being caught. I think Saul Page got the biggest 55.
Yeah.
I've heard of a couple of smaller ones, but yeah.
And it's the bass you want for the big points, really, isn't it?
Well, you get them and dogs. That's where all your points are.
Yeah.
I don't think there've been many smoothhounds caught today. Just a bit too rough.
Okay.
But you're hoping for that bonus fish, that's all it is.
Yeah.
There might be a ray or two around as well. They've been getting them down here.
Yeah.
So,
they've had a few in the last couple of days, haven't they?
Yes,
so
yes, yeah. So hopefully you get one of them. There's a lot of points there.
Yeah. Right, well, fantastic. Good luck, George.
Thank you very much.
All the best.
Thanks a lot.
In. Wow. Looks like we got a dog and a whiting. So what happened there, Jules?
Well, you're obviously my good luck charm. So I've gone into double figures. I'm at fish at the moment. I think most people have got a few whiting. I'm quite happy with what I've got at the moment. It's just, with a match like this, you've got to try and build on a bag. They know that the last few hours of the match is when it's really, really going to count. So hopefully there'll be a few bigger dogs, a few bass. I'm just going to run in and sit down here. Yeah, so caught fish on a mixture of baits really. Rolled rolled blacks, which are basically about 4 days old, tipped with either whites or a little bit of squid, caught on fresh yellows and blacks as well, so it's a little bit of everything. We all bought crab with us. I'm not really sure whether or not the crab's going to be the pay-in bait today. I think if it had been flat and calm and there'd been a few hounds, then the crab would have been really, really important. I think right at the moment is making sure that you keep your card ticking over. So at the moment I'm on 146 points. The boys are saying, Rob and I did an interview a little bit earlier on in the day. Rob said 500 points to go, and it's basically 2 o'clock, so working on that. Yeah, if I can keep that ticking over, I'll be quite happy. A few more bigger fish will definitely help. Will definitely help with my bag. I think realistically in this zone, it's realistically much of a muchness with everybody.
So you've got 3 more hours to go.
3 more hours to go.
And as the wind dies down, will your bait tactics change?
I'll probably change my rig slightly. I'll go from, at the moment I'm fishing slightly shorter hook lengths. I know some people fish here really, really short. I'm on 15s at the moment, and I'll probably move up to 18s and 18s to 20s, maybe a bit longer if the wind goes a little bit more, and we do start seeing a few dogs. It just all really depends on how finicky they are, or whether or not this weather basically says, you know, the water's been churned up and the fish are feeding, which means that you know, they really don't care. They just want to wolf down whatever in front of them. So yeah, it's I'm excited, if you hadn't noticed. So you're always excited when you're catching fish. So yeah, absolutely.
Have you got any tips for the sea angler that's not a pro match angler?
So getting into match fishing, obviously joining a club is number one, and not necessarily going straight out onto the open match circuit, because that could basically be a disaster. You can go out onto that, pay into a big competition, and you know, you'll see people catching lots and lots of fish, and you don't really, you know, think, goodness me, how am I going to compete with these? And you know, I've been doing this long enough, and I know how hard it is to fish against some of these top boys, you know, against some of the top boys now, and we've got some good youngsters coming through. So I would definitely say get into a club and do some club fishing. Stick within the area that you know, and then as soon as you start feeling a little bit more confident, start branching out and going a little bit further afield. You know, these boys here that are fishing today, I mean, you know, this was a 9-hour drive for us. I'm Torquay, and the lads are coming over from Ireland, and they're all extremely good rods. Isle of Man, you know, these are really, really good rods. We all know each other very, very well. It's extremely competitive, but like all competition, you know, at the beginning the whistle goes, that's when the competition starts, and at the end, when it finishes, then you all have a chat and a beer afterwards.
Fantastic, mate. All the best.
Thanks very much, bud.
We are here with Saul Page, and Saul's had an excellent fish at the start of the match. Matt, Saul, tell us about the little fish you had at the start.
Well, within, obviously it's a fisherman's dream in a match. Cast out, and within 5 minutes the tip went slack, and I had a decent bass, ended up 55 centimetres.
Fantastic.
Worth about 150 points.
What was that bait on?
That was on a fresh out yellowtail.
Yeah. Are you still fishing that now? Or?
I'm fishing a mixture of fresh outs, rolled, and little tip bits of whites.
Yeah. Has any bait today not worked for you, or?
Mackerel.
Mackerel?
I haven't got anything on mackerel at all.
Oh, right. What do you reckon that is for?
I don't know whether it's 'cause it's so rough. There's a lot of the fish are kicking out shellfish.
Yeah.
When we reel them and unhook them, there's a lot of shellfish left in the bucket.
Yeah.
So obviously the bottom's digging out.
Yeah.
Sort of.
As the tide comes in.
Yeah, it's pulling out the shellfish. The fish are just hoovering it up.
Yeah. I think we're about over 3 hours into the match now.
Yeah, just coming up to 3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. And what's going to be the ideal last 2 hours for you then?
3 fish a chuck as quick as we can still.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect if that can carry on.
Great. And how many points are you on at the moment?
I am on, oh, I need to do the last points that Steve just signed in. I'm on just over 550-ish.
550 points?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Have you got any tips for any sort of novice anglers that want to try and get into sort of match fishing, beach fishing?
Really, to be honest, join your local club.
Yeah.
Join your local club. Get mixed in with the anglers that are fishing regular and constant.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yeah.
There's no silly question. The only silly question is one you don't have an answer for and don't ask. So constantly ask questions and look and observe what people are doing. Most of the anglers that you'll meet now in clubs and in competitions will always help you out, whether it be a bit of rig knowledge, bait knowledge, or just a general smiley face if it isn't happening.
Yeah. Fantastic, mate. Thanks for your time.
No problem at all.
Think you've got anything on there?
No, it doesn't feel very good this time. Might be a small fish on here, but it's not feeling particularly heavy at all. I've got a whiting in a 26, another small whiting, probably 24, and a dab of 18, which is just sizable.
So we've got half an hour to go in the Penn Sea League final here on the Norfolk coast. As you can see, the weather hasn't improved. It's absolutely blowing a gale, but there's been fish coming out all along. It's been a proper match, really, really interesting match. Some big fish been caught, lots and lots of whiting and dabs. Over my shoulders is the Penn Sea League winner, Saul Page. He's been catching really regularly, so between 8 and 10 minute casts, and coming back with 2 or 3 fish, 2 or 3 whiting every single chock.
of course, we need somewhere to stage a final, and what better place than the Muckleburgh Collection. We have Sir Michael with us today to present the prizes, but a huge thank you to all the staff who've been lovely to us today. Amazing breakfast, cups of tea, kept us warm when it's been cold out there. So a huge thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. And of course, the blustery beach outside, Norfolk Angling Club and Roger pegging out this morning. Can't thank you enough. Absolutely brilliant for hosting. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll move on to the prizes. We'll start with the zones first. So in third place in Zone A, with 36 fish and 563 points, it's Shane Russell. You're on that as well.
Well done. Congratulations. Thank you. We did very well. We'll do better next year, hopefully.
Thank you.
Good. Well done.
On to the runner-up spot in Zone A. With 41 fish and 685 points, it's Tom Wells.
Well done, Tom. Thank you very much. Good fishing.
Yes.
It was plenty. Well, you never normally get it here, but you have got a bit of it today. Congratulations.
Thanks, mate.
And on to Zone A winner. Oh, God. An eye-watering 915 points from 44 fish. It's Saul Page.
Well done. There's the record for you.
Oh, you'll want one of those as well. No problem. On to Zone B. It was a little bit remiss of me at the start not to thank the sponsors for this event. They've sponsored Penn Sea for 25 years this year, which is an amazing, amazing feat. I'm struggling to think of any other competition, national competition, that's had that longevity of support from a sponsor. So again, these prizes from Penn today, huge thanks to those guys. Really appreciate it. So on to Zone B. In third place with 48 fish and 438 points, it's Joe Wales.
Yep. Well done, Joe. Many congratulations. You've got to have a photograph taken, of course. Thank you.
Okay, on to Zone B runner-up. With 31 fish and 457 points, it's Sam Collier. Well done, Sam.
Thank you.
And to Zone B winner. With 33 fish and 478 points, it's Daz Newland.
You landed more safely
Yeah.
than waiting for a car.
Well done, Daz. Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
On to Zone C. And finishing the day with 24 fish and 346 points, it's Gareth Griffiths. Gone. No problem. Okay, on to Zone C, runner-up. 26 fish with 352 points. It's Colin Crosby.
You'll be the winner next year, Colin, won't you? I didn't know. Well done.
And on to the winner of Zone C with 31 fish and 442 points. It's Gary Hudson. Forgot all the booze. Well done, Gary. Okay, on to the grand final, the top three. In third place overall today with 31 fish and 442 points, it's Gary Hudson. You get some pop this time. Here you go.
Clearly a winner. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
And the runner-up on the day finishing with 33 fish and 478 points, is Daz Newland. Some pop. There you go. Oh, we need to move this along a little bit. Oh. Yes, yeah. Okay. That's his seriously heavy trophy. Okay. On to the Angling Trust Penn Sea League Grand Final winner 2023-2024, and the guy who actually won the league over the year with 123 points, I think it was, in total. And he's won today with another incredible score with 44 fish, 915 points. It's Saul Page. Well done, mate. Well done. You want that? You want that?
I don't think you want the camera.
You want this, though, don't you? That's what you want.
That's the one.
And there we go. Okay?
Yeah.
Well done. Brilliant. You got it?
Yeah, I'll put it back here. I don't want to drop it.
Do you want to say a few words?
Sorry?
Do you want to say a few words?
Oh, definitely.